Welcome to the first episode of Synth History. I'm your host, Danz. Today, I'll be joining musician and producer Ella Minus to find out what inspired her latest album, Dia.
This is life before noon. I feel like all the area press crazy people are gonna get at me for my technique, which is not the best, but you know, guys, this is what's happening.
As a producer, it was very evident to me, like, if you change the process, then you change the result. The first one I made completely alone in my apartment. And then I had no apartment. I remember being like really stressed out and like, fuck, I'm like wasting all my money in like moving around and like renting studios. But so I think just that already makes the record very different. I hope. Yeah. I do feel like I also matured as a producer in many ways. Yeah. Because the first one I was kind of like not really intentional.
This is a Domino writing room, yeah, that I've been very lucky to come and write whenever I hadn't had a place or been in LA. I spent like a good chunk of making this record here and stayed at downtown. When I saw it on the map, I was like, that's gonna be walkable. And so yeah, it'll be like hotel life, and then every day here, and then just go back to the hotel to sleep. So I use Sub 37 a lot on this record. It's most of the basses, it's either this or the Minotaur, and then almost all of the melodies is him or the siren, like the leads. I use the Septavox, the Critter and Guitar Septavox, and the 201, which is like the new pocket piano. I have a Juno 60 that I like know like the back of my hand. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
And you were telling me about how you were drumming with the band and then they asked you to open for them?
Yeah, so I still think of myself as a drummer, first and foremost. My first instrument was piano, and then I started playing drums really, really early. And then I formed a band with my friends, and I played in that band until I went to Berkeley, so until like I was 18. It kind of became my day job. When I moved to New York, I was working at Critter and Guitar and building synths, and then it all kind of started merging. I started, you know, like opening the door into self-producing and like this solo project. And then I had so much work playing drums that I was the one that was like, I don't really want to tour anymore or like play drums. I want to do this electronic music thing. So I, at the moment, was playing drums for a band called Austra, and I asked them if I could open.
Now, like, what is your main source of percussion? What do you use?
The drum machine.
The drum machine.
Like this. It's, yeah, 100%, like it's all I use. We didn't touch the things. This is what she wanted.
Oh, keep going.
I knew Ella was a drummer, and I really wanted her to like spin the drumsticks around.
Wait, drum something for us on the piano, Chili.
I'm like, that's the one thing I want
Yeah.
to do.
Have you ever seen the drummer at the wrong gig? He's like drumming and he's flipping his drumsticks in the air, but it's like a wedding. I'll send it to you.
Send it to me.
Can you tell me before we leave the post-it notes
Yeah.
over there?
Yeah, so these are the songs which have changed names from then to now, I guess. But so this is the name of the tracks, and then this is what I needed to do for them, like in the different colors.
And when they were done,
And they were
with the
done,
check
the
marks.
check mark,
I was
yeah.
wondering that.
Check mark is when I have nothing else to do. I guess I had to do something and then I did it. Yeah, and then I don't know what this is, like it only says I don't want to talk about it. Probably was having a fight with that song that day. When you are making a record by yourself, it's really easy to lose perspective of the entire thing. So like having a visual representation of the entire record and like where you're at with it helps a lot. This is messy now because I left it here like a long time ago, and it's still like when I was working and it's still here. So I'm like, even for me, it's like kind of remembering what I was telling myself. I think just the nature of it is very transitional, but I also feel like we're in a transitional moment as humans.
The word transition kept recurring throughout the day. Maybe it was because we were constantly traveling in a van.
As we move in a very transitional.
It was a word that Ella seemed drawn to. The space in between, neither here nor there. Over the phone, I asked Ella if her first single, Combat, served as any kind of transition for her.
To me, it very much feels like a tunnel that is taking us from one place to another. I feel like sometimes I just, you hear something that you're working on and it kind of asks you for what it wants to be. The initial chord progression, I did, like while improvising, a transition between two of my old songs.
Can you tell me what the lyrics mean?
It's, I guess, a play on a saying. Birds that are born in cages think flying is a sickness. And I sing the saying, but then I turn it around and I say, us birds who were born in cages are not afraid of anything. We have the power inside us to be whatever we want to be. You can be sweet and powerful.
I really like transitions. If you're in your house or in a hotel or whatever and you need to get to work, like making that transition as transitional as possible, like enjoying the walk, making it slowly. I like that. I just always read so much, and so I think it's just part of who I am. It makes me feel better. So I think that's what maybe influences the music, just like the joy in it. I have a couple that I go back to all the time. A couple of French writers like Emmanuel Carrère and Welbeck. I hate like saying Nietzsche because I feel like people kind of turn their eyes at me, but I do really love him. There's this essay, The Case of Wagner. Every time I'm about to start writing something, I just like reread it and like have it with me. So many amazing books. Yeah.
that inspired you the most for this record?
Okay, time, rebuilding, confusion, angst, mountains, animals, air, water, faith, I guess, like in nothingness. The idea of holding my own hand and walking into the fire.
This was the easiest.
That must feel amazing after all he was working for.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Ella is being more beautiful. She already is, but just in case.
Just in case.
Bogota, Colombia is where I'm from and where I grew up. Bogota is a very big city, but still you feel very much in the mountains. And there's this saying I'm pretty sure it's not only in Colombia, I'm pretty sure it's Latin America, which is abrir monte, which is just basically like if you wanted to go, here, you have to do something there, you just have to go in with a machete and like open up the mountain, because the vegetation is extremely dense, and literally with a machete open a path as you go. I think it's so beautiful, like the concept of opening paths where there are no paths. That's actually the name of the first track on the record. But I thought it's a good opener because I do feel like this record, it's like exploration inside. So like opening new paths, but inwards. A lot about intention, especially when I'm producing and writing songs. If you place the attention, then you question what it is you're doing, how you're doing it, why you're doing it. And I finished the record and was like, there's something missing. And after some reflection, I realized I've never really placed any attention in my voice. Like, I consider myself a drummer, then second, I guess a producer, like songwriter, but never a singer. Like, that just never crosses my mind. And I was like, fuck, either I should not sing or I should like intentionally, do it. I took like a couple of lessons for the first time. I'm very big in this like singing my own. Nobody taught me how to sing way. And I really wanted to keep that, but I wanted to like breathe better. Just, like things that make you better. The things that define home for me have changed so much the past few years. Because I think I used to be more like attached to objects but I do think now I have stronger bonds with other human beings, and that makes me feel like I have a home with them, even if I'm not physically there. When I left Colombia, even though I was really, I left for college, and I think really fast I realized it's like you have to be your own home, like the feeling of feeling at home, like in your own body, with yourself, like with your thoughts and with who you are, and feeling like safe and in peace within yourself. It's like something that I realized really fast that was like the way to live. Concept really is about time and its effects on everything. The moment I'm playing music,
moment I'm playing an instrument, it's like you feel so complete. Like how people talk about meditation is what I feel when I'm playing. Kind of take it as an example of what everything should feel like. This is me like 6 p.m. I'm just like, let's just, you know. Hello. Yeah, okay.
Well, thank you for being the first Synth History documentary.
No! Thank you so much for wanting me to be the first one.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
I think you're so cool.
I'm so thankful. Honestly, I also think you're so cool. And like I said off camera, I feel like, you know, there should be more people like you. And I feel very, very honored and happy and thankful. I'm like, thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
She did a cooler exit.
Okay. Is home where the heart is?
Well, no,
I had to say it.
You get me one of those. And then I'll frame it and bring it with me everywhere.